Hello everyone, Johnny Manda here, and today we are continuing to learn Japanese with Super Mario Advance 4, that is the Game Boy Advance version of Super Mario Bros. 3. Last time we played more e-reader levels, and yeah, today we continue to do so. We'll see if we are able to play all the remaining ones, even though I doubt it. If not, of course, we'll continue next time. Okay, without further ado, let's start. Okay. Of course, Super Mario Bros. 3, as mentioned. And yeah, we'll continue the course card as usual. By the way, last time we played the very last thing we did was playing the last mini game because we had just unlocked the last Toad House with 80 advanced coins. Mentioning it also because we don't need more advanced coins. Of course, if we find some and we can get them, we'll get them anyway. But yeah, definitely we won't worry too much about them. Okay, so we have first and foremost this level, and it's one with an e-reader plus coin. We want to try to get those, of course, as usual, because they decorate the castle. Its title is Manto de o o zo ra to be. First and foremost, we have Manto, which I have to admit I noticed while editing, of course, simply adding the timestamps, so the easiest kind of editing I could do. But yeah, I noticed it, so I looked it up. It's accented on the first syllable and on the ma, so manto. And as you might have guessed, it means mantle, and so also cloak, manteau, and according to the dictionary, it says that it's from French, manteau, but you might wonder why then it has the accent on the first syllable, and honestly I can't explain it unless it's actually from Italian or Spanish, where yeah, it is manto with the accent on ma. But yeah, the meaning is mantle, cloak. So yeah, of course, it's actually the one. It's referring to the one, the Super Mario World 1, when you get the feather power up. Then we have the particle de, with, in this case, so the means. Then we have o zo ra. We've seen it before in one of these levels, I think. It's a compound noun. First and foremost, we have o, a prefix which means big. So in our case, better wide, because of the following word, Zora. Actually would be usually Sora, accented on the first syllable, but then it becomes voiced with the duck 10 because it's the second part of a compound and it's of strictly Japanese origin, and we've seen that more often than not that happens to those. Sora means sky. So yeah, Ozora, by the way, accented on the zo, so on the first syllable of the second part of the compound. Classical spot for the accent in such compounds, as we have seen before, Ozora. And yeah, its meaning is literally big sky, and so wide open sky, also according to the dictionary. Then we have the object particle o, written as wo, and pronounced as such in careful speech and singing. And last but not least, we have the verb tobe, from tobu. I think I mentioned also in the previous episode. There are technically two tobu in Japanese. Well, tobu can be written with two different kanji, depending, technically also more, but usually more often than not two, depending on its meaning, even though they are definitely related, and that's why they use the same strictly Japanese word. The basic one is to fly, to soar, which should be the one in our case, in this case. The other one is to jump, leap, spring, bound, hop, which is the one we saw last time. But of course, yeah, to fly, you technically leap and then fly, so yeah. They're most likely related because of that. But yeah, they use different kanji, but we'll see that better when the time comes with when we find the kanji themselves. It's a u verb, Godan verb, so we can change the u into e to make the imperative form in plain speech. So yeah, the translation is simply fly, or better in this case, since we have an object, soar, the wide open sky with the mantle, the cloak, the manteau, however you want to call it. And yes, so we'll have a level where we have to fly with the cape. We'll see how that goes, and also we have to find the e-reader coin, hopefully. But yeah, let's give it a try. Too bad that we are would have been nice to play it as Luigi, since he didn't have a power up. While with this we'll use we have to lose Mario's. Well, of course I immediately lose it anyway if I do this. Yeah, not going for that advanced coin again. I gave it a try considering we had a power up, but yeah, we had the leaf, we were Tanuki Mario. But yeah. Okay, this time I didn't want to go for it, but wanted to try simply dropping the shell, but I wasn't quick enough, so we won't risk it this time. I just jump as quick as possible. Hopefully it will be enough to... But yeah, this... yeah, no, not getting the Koopa again. By doing it like this, it's much safer. Can we... Okay, there was actually also a platform there. unfortunately nothing. Hopefully we didn't need the... okay, we're getting this trans coin. Easy enough if you're quick enough. But not as punishing as the other one. Then, of course, in this case I should have slightly run before jumping, but oh well. Of course, if needed, I won't hesitate to rewind, but for now I'd say that we weren't too far into the level. We can take the... we can afford restarting. And also it's the start of this stream, this episode, so yeah. Wow, amazing. Okay. This time, yeah, let's do it like this. Perfect. Yeah, no, not going for that. Okay, we made it to the end of this part. And yeah, now we finally have the cape and we have to fly somewhere. Okay. My guess is that I should run like this. Yeah, and then jump. Didn't do it properly, but maybe we're safe. And not going for that coin. Okay, we got the 5th one. Yeah, there was a coin. Oh boy, we have two. Actually, oh, okay, we have this, and yeah, there was that arrow. Maybe I even barely saw it. My guess is that that's where the e-reader plus coin is, but yeah, it's fortunately not that easy. Especially because I can't... Okay, like this. Yeah, then I can't actually do that, so actually I might have to go like this. Nope. Okay. Without the coins now it's becoming more problematic. Can see there, but maybe we have to go back, but then and do better like this. Yeah, I think we can do it from the end there. We might have to retry it from here. Yeah, too low, fortunately. Okay, maybe we are gaining enough height. Nope. Too low. Okay, let's give it... Well, sorry, but... Not that. We won't restart the whole level just because of that. Okay. As you can see, you have to... You can gain some height, but it's not that easy because if you do it too early, then you actually lose it. Okay. Oh boy, even a higher. Let's see. I think you might have to... Well, starting up here certainly helps. Of course not if I... Let's do this. We'll start always from here. And we'll try to make it. Yeah, it's there. More and more going upwards. And yeah, there's the e-reader coin. Mario. This time. So yeah, we got it. Good. Oh boy, barely avoided the spiny there. But yeah, we did it, so nice. Of course by rewinding, but honestly, if I hadn't lost all the time before that, could have done it even without it. And then of course, but that falling into the pit, not expected, but that is unrelated. Okay, let's swap to Luigi. And now we have this level. Funny enough, I think we have seen this very sentence actually in one of the Toad houses or something similar. It says hotte, hori makure. All based on the verb horu. We have seen that its meaning is to dig, to excavate, to hollow. Should be accented if I recall correctly, yes. Other extended meanings, but it's interesting that because there's also another verb horu written with a different kanji, which means to carve, to engrave, to sculpt, to chisel. But yeah, most likely it's simply it's related, since if you carve, if you sculpt, you technically dig, and so yeah, most likely related. But yeah, in our case, most should be the one for simply to dig. It's a U verb, Godan verb, so we can change the... we have to follow the rules. It's in Ru, and so it becomes double consonant te. Most likely because it was ho, ri at a certain point, and they fell, and so hor, te, difficult to pronounce for Japanese, and so it became simply a double consonant te. In this case, the te form is required to make the polite imperative form, because it's implied kudasai. We have seen it before, I mentioned it. Kudasaru is one of the verbs of giving, an honorific one in this case. A superior gives to an inferior. Of course, after a te form, the meaning is making the favor of doing the action of the verb in te. Kudasaru, then to make the continuative form, it's one of those honorifics that become, we replace the ru with I, most likely in this case, because it was ri at a certain point, but then the r fell, and so I remained. And then we continuative form, because technically we would have had to add mase, but in modern Japanese, in contemporary Japanese usually, it's not added. except for certain expressions. Masse, of course, the imperative form of mass. And so yeah, the polite imperative, so dig, dig, or you could say please, but of course I wouldn't actually use it in this case since because of the plain imperative at the end, as we'll see soon enough. But after this dig, dig, we have hori makure from horu again. Then it's as mentioned verb golden verb, so we can change the u into i to make the continuative form. In this case, to add the verb makuru, unaccented should be, as we have seen that time. Its meaning on its own would be to turn up, to roll up, but by extension, when used well, technically also on its own, I think we've seen, or I'm also seeing here in the dictionary, but yeah, we've seen it here as a compound verb. The extended meaning is to do over and over again, to do relentlessly, to do with reckless abandon, to do continuously, because of this rolling up figuratively of the action. And so yeah, makuru, then we it's also a u verb golden verb, so we can change the u into e to make the plain imperative. So dig, dig, dig over and over again, dig relentlessly, however you want to translate it according to those translations I mentioned. And yeah, pretty sure we have seen it in the digging minigame. Yeah, let's see what we have to do in this level. Okay, let's not immediately die against these plants, honestly, considering that they're not even particularly difficult to avoid. But yeah, I bet... okay, we actually have to get inside one of these pipes, I think. As soon as, of course... Okay, this one. But yeah, and we have the digging mechanic from Super Mario Advance, that is Super Mario Bros. 2, as in Super Mario Bros. USA. And we even have Monty Mouse from Super Mario World. So nice, yeah. Again, we see the Mario Maker quality of... well, nature would be better to say, because honestly... shouldn't have died there. But yeah. Because honestly, they are nice levels. Just like in Mario Maker. But yeah, it's Mario Maker quality is more in the sense that you combine elements from different Mario games, something that usually doesn't happen. And honestly, I wonder at this point if this game was kind of an inspiration for that, in part. Or at least Nintendo were experimenting Buonasera. That's good evening in Italian. In Japanese, konbanwa. Okay, let's enter the pipe. And this time, let's be more careful. But yeah, really nice, especially as well, of course, then the Monty Mole gets me. Let's avoid that. Okay, by skipping, we actually avoided dying there. And now we have a typical Mario Advance section. As much as it's one of the games, the classic Mario games that I haven't finished. Yeah, I've played far enough, apart from also watching others, to know quite well these levels. And we also have the quote-unquote Sonic the Hedgehogs. Okay. Yeah, my bet is that the other pipe was actually the one with a secret, but yeah, no, honestly. No e-reader coin plus in this level. I was considering going there for the advanced coin, but yeah, no, let's not risk it. Okay, let's get our mushroom there. Perfect. Yeah, good thing I got a mushroom, because otherwise we would have already died there. With that trap. I wonder if there's... Okay, there's an advanced coin here, which we'll try to get without getting hit by Spike. Because, yeah, those are spikes. Okay, let's run and try to get a star panel this time. Nice. So, perfect. Okay. Let's swap to Mario. And let's see what the next level is. Umi no naka wa ki ken de i pai. First and foremost, we have Umi, which means sea. I think accented on the first syllable, but we'll check, of course, as usual. Sea, technically also ocean, waters, but the fundamental meaning is sea. And yeah, accented on the first syllable, so Umi. Then we have the possessive particle no. After that, we have the word naka. Should also be accented on the first syllable. There's technically another naka, but it's not this, the one that interests us. The one here is most certainly the one for inside, interior. Also, by extension, of course, among, within, middle, center. Also during, while. But yeah, the fundamental meaning is inside. And because of that, then we have all the other ones. And yeah, it's accented on the first syllable, naka. So, inside, or better, literally, the interior of the sea. So, in the C. Then we have the particle wa, written as ha, so the topic particle. As for inside the C, again, better, more literally as the interior, the middle, we could also say in this case, of the C. Then we have ken, a Chinese compound which means dangerous. Well, sorry, first and foremost, as a noun, danger. Per hazard. It's a Chinese compound, so it should be an accent, and yes, it is. And by the way, technically, the first E of ki is barely heard, if at all, because it's between unvoiced consonants, so can. But it can also be used as a na adjective, and so as dangerous, and so on. In this case, let's say we could say let's say it's better the noun, because then we have the which in this case it could be also technically as we have seen before, the te form of the copula. But in this case, let's say it's better simply as with, because of what comes after, which is ipai. We've seen it before. Technically, it could be a numeral plus counter combination. It well, first and foremost, we have the counter, which is pi, technically high in contemporary Japanese, even though pi is actually the original form, because all the ha, hi, hu, he, ho syllables, the hagyo, the ha column, was p originally, so papi, pu, pe, po. Then, because of the evolution of the language, they became, at the start of words, usually, the modern ha, hi, hu, he, ho. In the middle of words, wa, we, wu, u, because there isn't actually a wu, we, wo. And then simply the w fell before I, e, and o. Only wa remained, which can be seen also in the topic particle. We can see here written as ha, but pronounced as wa because of that. It's an older writing, simply kept because they decided to keep this, and also the e particle written as he, like that. Also helps distinguish them. But yeah, so technically this is actually its original form, but it stays like that because of the doubling of the consonant before it. Doubling of the consonant, which happens because high is of Chinese origin, and so we use Chinese numerals. Ichi, itsu, or itsu also. Then most likely the I fell at the end, and so it difficult to pronounce, and so double consonant pi. And so yeah, we would technically have this one cup, because high also on its own means sake cup for alcoholic beverages, but in general it then becomes a counter for cupfuls, bowlfuls also. Technically spoonfuls says the dictionary, but yeah, the fundamental one, cup, also glasses. So yeah, literally one cup, then also one glass, one bowl, and so on. And would be accented on the E in its original meaning, as expected, as the numeral counter combinations tend to be accented on the last syllable of the number. Of course, in this case, not the double consonant, because we are talking about syllables, not moras. And so yeah, on the E. But as we have seen before, it can also mean ippai by extension, from one cup and so on. One full cup, and so full, filled with, brimming with, also crowded, packed. Can also be used as an adverb, even without adding anything. And so fully, and so on. But yeah, and as we have mentioned before, when used with the meaning full, fully, and so on, I also checked in the physical dictionary, it's actually unaccented. So keep it in mind, it's also useful to distinguish between the two meanings. So yeah, the translation is, as for the middle of the sea, it's implied, full, brimming, we could also say even better, so we can keep the translation, brimming with perils, brimming with dangers. And yeah, we have the translation, and now we can actually play it. But considering that it says C, well, we'll actually try it without it once to see if we can get power-ups inside. If needed, we'll use the frog suit. Too bad again as Mario, since I have the cape, would be nice to keep it. Well, yeah, no, actually I think the fire flower would be more useful in the water. Yeah, we have to go inside the water, but would have been nice if I hadn't immediately lost my power up there. Oh boy. Yeah, as usual. Water levels can be tricky. Okay, we are now outside. Oh, have to be careful with these fire bars. Okay, let's get a power up. Nice. Okay, we want to go in the water, but we have to be careful here. Okay. Good thing that at least we don't have pits for now. Although I can see ahead spikes on the other hand. Okay, we actually got the third advanced coin. Oh boy. Okay. Let's see. Okay, my guess is that the coin is up here. Yeah, I see a lot of this fire bar. Give it a try, but oh boy. Ah, okay. Okay, nice. Considering that, it was actually worth it since there were 2 exits. Okay, this one is actually the end of the level, so the other one, apparently the easier one was the one with the coin. Oh well. Of course I got a fire flower instead of a star without the running start. But oh well. Okay, we swap to Luigi. We have another level. Called Kakushi Koopa jo. First and foremost, we have Kakushi, which is actually a noun, but well, technically it could be several meanings. But my guess in this case it's that it's simply from kakusu, from a verb. And, okay, as I thought is accented. Kakusu. Technically, the first U, the one in ku, would be barely heard, if at all, being between voiced consonants. And with that, technically, the accent could move. My guess would be to the previous consonant if pronounced barely heard, or even more so, if at all. So, kaksu. But there could be also those pronouncing simply as kakusu. So, on the ku as intended. But yeah, its meaning is to hide, to conceal. And so it's a U verb codon verb, so we can change the U into I to make the corresponding the continuative form, and so also the corresponding noun. Hiding, concealing, and of course by extension also being hidden, being concealed. Which is our case, because it would be, in translation, hidden / concealed. Then we have Koopa. Of course, it's Bowser's Japanese name. And last but not least, we have Jo, which in this case, there technically could be several ones, but this one is definitely the one for castle as a suffix, because on its own we would use the strictly Japanese word shiro, should be okay, unaccented. Okay, I think we have seen it maybe before in this very game when we saw Bowser's Castle, or somewhere else. If not, well, I'm mentioning it now. So yeah, shiro is the strictly Japanese word. In this case, we use the Chinese one, the Chinese reading, jo. And yeah, it's the one usually found as a suffix, castle something, after the name of the castle. In our case, Bowser's Castle. Or we could say also Castle Bowser, technically. It would be accented on the jaw, on the first syllable, accented simply because, again, the U at the end is actually to make the previous O longer. So, jaw. And so, yeah, the accent can't stay on it. And so, if it's accented, then it has to be on the jaw. I'll quickly check if I can find it in the physical dictionary, if it's actually accented there also when adding something before it as the suffix. Okay, got the physical dictionary. Let's see if it's in this one. If there is, it should be also in this one. Okay. I see all the other ones. Okay, yeah, no, good thing I checked, because it's actually, as is typical actually for these suffixes, even though there are exceptions. We have seen, for example, some suffixes that always make the word unaccented, like, for example, go, the one for language, Nihon, Japan, accented on the ho, becomes Nihongo, Japanese language, unaccented. But yeah, this one is one of the regular ones, as in the accent is on the syllable before the suffix. So indeed, in our case, it would be Koopaling. So jaw is all low, and it's high until pa. Koopaling. And yeah, good thing we checked, because the online dictionary only mentioned the accent of jaw on its own. So yeah, the translation is Hidden Bowser Castle. Hidden Castle Bowser, technically. And yeah, we'll give it a try. Oh boy. Quite a lot of coins, and we're also small. And we also have these Bowser statues with their lasers. Make the jump in this case. And also I see quite a lot of time. We even have one of those walking frames. Ah yeah, we have here some choices. Let's hope I picked a good one. Well, so far not bad, since we simply have to be patient to avoid the lava bubbles. Their name in Japanese, again, should be simply Baburu. Bubble. Okay, we have an advanced coin up here. Sorry, let's go back here. Because honestly, I didn't even need to go for the advanced coin. And we don't need it, so actually this time I'll simply skip it. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's go up here. Okay, let's... Okay, actually, let's start it again. This time we check another door. I'm honestly doing that more for that than anything else. Because honestly, otherwise I would have used the rewind to continue. Also considering that after this level we'll take our usual break. Yeah, let's give one of the other doors a try, even though... Oh boy, yeah, no, this is not an ideal one. I rewind simply and be more careful this time, but yeah, not an ideal one. As the enemies honestly are more... These bros are way riskier than the lava bubbles. Okay, there's actually an advanced coin up there. But the good news is that here we can get a mushroom. Okay, we have these. It's nice that there was... well, that wasn't smart. But yeah, well, I actually rewind because I'd like to potentially see the end. Okay, here. Wonder if we take the pipe, if it brings us to the same room. Yeah, I think this is... yeah, this is the one we were at. If we lose again, then we'll check the third door. I should have not lost the power up anyway there. Okay, yeah, here you have to be quick enough to not get pushed into the spikes there. Okay, there's the advanced coin, but honestly, sorry, but I'm not risking it just for that. Like to see if I can find power up among these. Nice, okay. Okay, and these are actually all... so we actually have to go up here. We have this door. Wow, we even have a Magic Koopa from Super Mario World. In Japanese, simply Kameku. Yeah, and to get this coin, you have to wait. Well, nice that you get also mushroom here, thanks to... sorry about the motor, even though I can't do anything about it, of course. The bike should have said in English. But yeah, we have to wait for... honestly, we have gone so far that if possible, I'd rather not replay the level, so we try to get to the end here. But we even have these Bowser statues, the ones with the fire. Sorry, but that absolutely not. And we get our... we have even one of these jumping statues. Okay. Okay, this is the fourth one. So there is at least one more part. And yeah, it's here. Though now we can see the fire. Technically Bowser's fire. Let's be careful. Careful. Okay. We take this door. And yeah, we actually have a fight with Bowser. The same kind, of course, as in Mario Advance in this game, Super Mario Bros. 3. Okay, let's actually start again. Simply the fight from by rewinding at the start of the fight. Yeah, no, after playing the whole level, I'd rather not replay it fully. Yeah, unfortunately too low that. Even though I have doubts, also considering that we'll make it this time. Okay, I'm not sure how Bowser didn't hit me there. Yeah, no, there was destined to lose, but yeah, we'll again start from here. Okay, hopefully we can this time. Okay, I take that. Well, that hit could have been avoided. I'm making the same mistakes yet again. This time. Thought Bowser won't hit me with the fire, and he hit me with the fire, of course. Okay, honestly, don't care if I can't make that hit now. Actually, I want him to destroy these in the middle, yeah, because we need those more than these on the sides to then defeat him. I think I jumped there, but then of course I took the hit. Again took the hit. Okay, I didn't make the proper ground pound. Okay, nice. Actually, go here. I don't care about that. Okay, here I don't think he can shoot the fire. Oh boy, but then that happens. Okay, perfect. Okay, this time we meet Shikari. Thank you, Sasaki-san. Yeah, it was words of encouragement. And yeah, luckily we did it. Okay, so I'd say, well, we already swapped to Mario. But yes, I'd say we can take our usual break now, around 5 minutes. And when we're back, of course, we continue with more e-reader levels. So, see you in around 5 minutes. And we are back. And so let's continue with this level. As you can see, we are getting closer and closer to finishing them. Potentially we could make it this time. If we can't, we'll finish them next time, of course. Yeah, first and foremost we have this level called Koopaling ni da masareru na. First and foremost we have this Koopa, which first and foremost, of course, we have the Koopa, again Bowser's Japanese name. Before it we have Ko, which I guess would mean is the one. Technically there could be more Ko, but yeah, in this case also before the proper name is most certainly the one for on its own unaccented, the one for child, kid, technically also teenager, as in youngster, young non-adult person. The fundamental meaning is child. There are other meanings, but in this case it used as a prefix. I'd say it's it would be something like little Bowser. I'm not sure what that corresponds to exactly in Japanese, so we'll see when we play the level. Then we have the particle ni. In this case, by, as we'll see, because it's used along with a passive verb. And so when using the particle ni with a passive verb, we use it to mark the agent of the verb. By a certain person. We'll see even better when we translate it with the rest of the sentence. After that we have the verb damasareru, from damasu. We check its accent, but it means to trick, to cheat, to deceive, to swindle, to dupe. Also another extended meaning, but the fundamental one is to trick, as in to deceive. Let's see its accent. Okay, yeah, accented. Then it's a U verb, Godan verb, so we can change the U into A and add re, ru to make the passive form of the verb. So be, to be, tricked, cheated, deceived, swindled, duped. And so be tricked, deceived by a little Bowser, and that's what I meant. If you so yeah, that's how you will use the particle ni with passive verbs. Last but not least, we have na after the verb, which when used with the final form of well, even better in this case also the dictionary form, sorry. The final form makes more sense since we, of course, have changed it into its passive form first and foremost, but yeah. The final form, as in the one found at the end of sentences, of course in plain speech. Final form is also the Japanese term. More often than not, we could also call it the dictionary form. But yeah, of course, in this case, you might not even find it in the dictionary as because we simply have made the passive. You will find most likely damasu, not damasareru. By the way, also the passive form in this case is should be accented just like the original verb. But yeah, as I mentioned, after the final form of a verb, if we add na, it's used to make the prohibitive form don't. So, a negative command. And so yeah, we have the translation. Don't be deceived by little Bowser. We'll see what it means by this little Bowser when we started the level. And of course we have also an e-reader coin. We'll try to get it. It's the final one, so it would be pretty nice to get it. And so we would have them all. Okay, let's give it a try. Okay, we have an auto-scroller because we have these ships. Well, of course, unless I immediately die by being squished by the stage there. Okay, let's try it again. This time let's avoid doing that. It was an accident because I wanted to jump up here to make the jump. Yeah. Oh boy. Honestly, I'd rather take the death here to then keep the power up. And in this case, I'm not rewinding. We are literally at the start of the stage, so yeah, no. Okay, let's be careful this time. Perfect. Too bad that it's not a boomerang bros of the kind that then leaves the boomerang behind, as we have seen in the previous level. Okay, yeah. As you can actually see here, I should try to, well, I don't mind losing the advanced coin there. Yeah, it's actually not lava, as I think I mentioned last time. It's just red water. Good thing for us, since I would have died otherwise. There. Ah, too bad. Barely can jump on the fire bros in time. I think maybe Koopa is actually simply the Koopalings, now that I think about it. But we'll see. Will make sense considering the game. Didn't immediately think about it, of course, because it's actually somewhat changed in English, and I didn't remember the generic name for Koopalings in Japanese, to be completely honest. And also considering that these games, these levels, use, as we have seen, elements from all Mario games, even not even just the Super Mario Advance ones, but also Super Mario Bros. 2, as in the Lost levels, as we have seen before. I wonder if I can use this above for something. Nope. But at the very least, we can get into this pipe.
Just what I needed.
Okay, let's see. Nope. Yeah, we have these giant Goombas here. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, here we have some giant paratroopers and Koopas as soon as you get rid of their wings. Some giant piranha plants. Oh, I'm worried about also the e-reader plus coin. If needed, this level I might replay. And unless if we actually finish the level by hitting Ludwig here, we'll have to replay it for the e-reader plus coin. Yeah, we have finished it, so yeah, we have to replay it. To be completely honest, in this case, then I'll straight up check a map. Okay, actually, let's see. This is the 28th level. Okay, by the way, seemingly with completely different name in Japanese. Sorry, in English, Hammer Bro ship. Okay. Ah, okay, I see why it says that. Okay, I see where the e-reader plus coin is. And luckily, okay, I think I know how to get it. So honestly, actually, let's do it like this. If I'm in time, nope, I doubt I can rewind as far as that. So yeah, no, we simply replay it. Yeah, no, as Mario will, well, I swap to Luigi actually to replay it, so at least we'll have that as a difference. But yeah, I'll actually show why it's called like this in Japanese. And honestly, well, of course it kind of makes sense, the Hammer Bro, the English title. Only to an extent, I'd say. And obviously, it's not actually the focus. Well, that say bye-bye to that advanced coin again. Doesn't particularly matter, honestly, but... Okay, we defeated this one without dying. Nice, we get this mushroom. I'll actually show what I mean by that. I'm pretty sure I have to go down here. Yeah, I would have rather got that. I think this will take us where... As you can see, we have Ludwig again here, but here you defeat him with a single hit. And I wonder if you actually finished the level. Yeah, you actually finished the level. But as we have seen, it's technically not the real Ludwig, because the real one is the other path, and we have to go back. So yeah, I rewinded here to not then replay it a third time. Okay, that wasn't the best idea. Honestly, sorry, but I'm getting my mushroom back. Okay. We technically don't need these, but... and honestly... what actually mattered was... yeah, we have that there, so actually let's go back. I have now to remember exactly how we got up there. We have... on this side, we have, well, a 5-flower, nice. Yeah, we have to make the jump and go into that pipe up here. Yeah, by simply running here. Okay, perfect. And so we go back to our section with the giant enemies. I have to make the jump here. And we fall down, and here the giant enemies come up again. Okay, to get the coin we have to go up there. Hopefully I can without... okay, as Luigi. I wonder if I could make it also as Mario, but I'm not sure. And then we have to do this. Okay, let's try to get it without... perfect. We got a peach coin. And so yeah, the final e-reader plus coin, so... yeah, it was nice to do it because of that. And yeah, here we have... the pipe leading to the actual Ludwig. So yeah, that's why it's called don't be deceived, tricked by the Koopaling, in our case Ludwig. Makes sense considering that more often than not he's the one pulling us doing such tricks. But yeah, with that we have got our Reader Plus coin, so I'll actually show it now that we have them all. As I mentioned last time, it says first floor, and unfortunately the other floors aren't accessible. Maybe with Game Shark or something like that, but I'm not sure or if they were completely scrapped. But yeah, they aren't accessible because there aren't actually more e-reader plus coins, because they would have been in more levels that weren't released in the end. But yeah, we got them all in the different levels. The Leaf 1, Star, Toad, Mario, Peach, Luigi, the Mushroom, and the Fireflower. Not sure why they aren't actually in order. Maybe it's because they actually released them, the cards in this order, or simply they decided to do it like this in game for some unknown reason. Who knows? But yeah, so we have seen, we got them all. We swap to Mario, even though technically it would be Luigi's time to play another level, but we played that one with both rows. So next we have this one, Koopa no hi ko u sen Zen Pen. First and foremost we have Koopa, again Bowser. Then we have the possessive particle no. Then we have Hikosen. This we have seen definitely before. Don't remember. Yeah, I think in this one of these levels, I think. But yeah. Anyway, it's a compound noun from hiko. Should be unaccented, which means flight, flying. literally that it's a Chinese compound unaccented, so as expected, with the first kanji, which is the one for to fly, tobu in the first sense, and the other one is the one which means to go, the verb iku. Yeah, so fly and go by flying, so yeah, noun as a noun, flight, flying. And then we have sen, a suffix. I'll actually check, don't remember if I did it last time, we check on the physical dictionary also. The accent when adding it as a suffix, but yeah, this one is sen. There could be several ones, but this one is the one for ship. Yeah, okay. I think I didn't check it last time because I found simply the accent on the internet dictionary, or better, my plugin I used combined with that it was unaccented as a whole. But we still check the physical dictionary now. But yeah, this is the sen for ship. It's a Chinese reading. The strictly Japanese one is fune, as mentioned before. Actually, fune, so accent on the first syllable. There's another kanji with the same reading, and it's simply depending on the dimension of the boat in question, of the ship. These ones are the bigger ones with this kanji. And yeah, so flying ship, so an airship. Okay, quickly check in the dictionary. I can find it also here if it's the rule that while adding sen, if it is here, it always becomes yeah. Okay, it's actually here, and it's the rule that when adding sen ship as a suffix, it becomes unaccented, so good to know. Just like go, as I mentioned. And then last but not least, we have Zen Pen, a Chinese compound between Zen. Technically, there could be two words, Zen Pen. The second kanji is always pen, in this case, from hen. The first one could be Zen, as in the one for hole, and then hen would mean book, and so whole book, as in volume, complete episode, would be unaccented. But this one, and by the way, again, as I mentioned, the pen now it would be hen, but pen is actually the original pronunciation because it didn't change with the evolution of the language, in this case because of the preceding in this case. But yeah, so with that kanji would mean whole book, complete episode. But it's not our case, as can be guessed also considering the name of the next stage, because this one is actually Zen Pen, unfortunately also unaccented, so you can't distinguish between thanks to the accent, where Zen is the one for the Chinese reading of the character for before, in front of, and so the meaning is first part, as in first volume, also prequel. Yeah, that's our meaning. So, Koopa's, so Bowser's Airship, first part. And at this point, I already mentioned that the second level, is called the next level is called the same Koopa no hi ko sen, but ko hen. Ko hen is of course the opposite of zen pen, the second one. Could be other things, but it isn't considered the context. Ko hen, also unaccented, means latter part of book and so on, sequel, concluding part, because ko is the kanji in its one of its actually Chinese readings, because there's another one also quite used, but yeah, it's kanji with the meaning also behind, back, but in this case more often and also often later, and so yeah, latter part. Okay, without further ado, we can start this first part. Wonder how it will work. Okay, we are going. Yeah, I was wondering with that arrow. Yeah, we are going to the left this time. They tricked us at first, but yeah. Yeah, my nemesis as usual. This. Okay, let's get our one up here. Oh boy. See how it goes. Okay. Let's wait, but not too long, of course, because then we would be... Sorry, but I'm not restarting because of that. Honestly, also because I simply slept. Wasn't okay, we are not going for... Okay, we are actually down here, so we'll actually do it. I want to get these more than anything. Okay, we got the leaf, nice. Off screen, funny enough. Okay, we go up here. Okay, we have this door. Okay, now we are inside. Okay, there's another leaf there. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure how I didn't get hit by the hammer there, but I'll take it. Absolutely, I'll take it. Yeah, there would be a perfect spot for a coin, but I'm not sure how to get there. With that... too bad. Got hit there. Okay, we defeated the Sludge Pro. Let's go into the pipe. Okay, we have a boom boom. Okay, and the other pipe most likely is how you'd get here if you took the left path. We are at the end, sorry, but I'm not... I restart from the start of the fight. I'm not replaying the whole level just because of that. Honestly, if we can make it, we'll simply play... I'd like to play all the levels this time. If not, we could keep them for the next episode, but yeah. swap to Luigi and play the second part, the conclusive part. And yeah, funny enough, you start here. I wonder how you can then, because looks like okay, no, maybe it wasn't even the pipe actually wasn't potential. It's simply to continue technically in this part. I wonder if you can technically continue it in the previous level, but I have doubts. I don't think it would work even if we could get to it. It's simply there for decoration to give you the illusion that that's the case. Big fan of that though. It's a cool concept. Always love when the final part of a level anticipates the first one of the following one. Oh boy. Okay, got the star. Like to see here. Yeah, no, I'm not getting anything there. Too bad. Because I honestly would quite need power up now. Let's start again here. I make it like this. Okay, let's take the mushroom. Because yeah, if we can finish the game, the e-reader levels now will do so. And so next time we can actually start a new series. Otherwise we would have an extra part of Super Mario Advance 4, where I would also play some Mario Bros, but considering that it's also in other Super Mario Advance games, it would literally be an extra that we can do next time we play a Super Mario Advance game if needed. So yeah, between the two, of course, I'd rather finish the series tonight if possible. Okay. So yeah. Sorry, but especially considering these are auto-scrollers, I'd rather not start from the beginning. Let's do it like this, so at least we can. Well, we're also keeping actually the. Well, of course not that if that happens, but yeah. Okay, we got the second coin, so actually there is more to the level. And that's why it was actually a smart idea not restarting from the beginning. Yeah, we do it like this again. So honestly, good thing I have Luigi for this. Okay, there's an invisible block here, which I wonder why it's... Okay, it's actually here to get this. Nice. And then we actually have to continue here. Ah, okay, there's the advanced coin there. Well, it's there. I tried it. Okay, good thing I got that mushroom, so we have a power up. Oh boy, and we have another Bowser fight. Although honestly, this time there is more space, more chances for Bowser to fall also. Because we have two potential holes. Though of course we don't have much time. So yeah, literally Bowser's ship, Bowser's airship, as is here. Okay, he's make this up perfect. And bye Bowser. the usual music. Nice, and of course, course clear. Course clear. Okay, now we can swap to Mario. And we have these levels. We try to play them all, even though I'm not sure if we have enough time, but we'll try. First and foremost,ひこうせんのぎゃくしゅう. Again, we have ひこうせん, so airship. Then the possessive particle no. And last but not least, ぎゃくしゅう. You check its accent, but it should be its counter attack. Because shu is the one from attack, of course, in this case, the Chinese reading of the character, the kanji. While gyaku, also the Chinese reading, of course, it's a Chinese compound, means inverted, reverse, opposite, and so yeah, counter attack. Its accent, yeah, it's unaccented as usual for these Chinese compounds. So yeah, the counter attack of the airship. Let's try it. I wonder what they mean with that. Okay. Let's get all the power-ups. Interesting that it gives you all these power-ups immediately. By the way, the PR, sorry, next to the name of the level, most likely it's for promotional. Not sure how exactly that went, but yeah, promotional in what sense, but yeah, that's most likely what that means. And so all the these and the upcoming levels are all of this kind. Oh boy. Okay. Actually, let's go. Okay, we can actually get also the... Sorry, but we're not restarting the level because of that. Okay. Let's go up here. And we have Morton this time, okay. Nice. Quite easy. Get our usual wand. Magic wand, as we have seen also in Japanese. And also with the mistake in the original versions. But yeah, let's swap to Luigi to play this other, I presume, promotional level called B daッシュでかけぬけろ. First and foremost, we have, of course, B, the letter B, and so actually the B, the B button. Then we have daッシュ, of course, dash from English should be accented. Yeah, accented just like in English, so on the da, on the first syllable, daッシュ. With, so that means with the B dash. Last but not least, we have a compound verb, which we have seen before, かけぬけろ, from かけぬける, kake from kakeru, which means to run, to dash. This one, there are others, kakeru, we have seen the one which means to hang up and other extended meanings, but yeah, this is the one for to run, to dash. It's a root verb, it's an verb, so we can drop the root to make the continuative form. In this case, needed to attach the second verb and make the compound. Second verb, which is nukeru, unaccented, several meanings. The fundamental one, to come out, to fall out, to come loose. But as we have seen, in this case, the meaning that interests us is to go through, to pass through. And so, yeah, combined, kake nukeru, luckily unaccented just like nukeru, means to run through a crowd, gate, and so on. But yeah, in this case, run through the level. It's a root verb, nukeru, and so also kake nukeru is a root verb, it's an verb, so we can change the u into ro to make the imperative in plain speech. So yeah, run through with the B dash. So we give it a try. And yeah, it's yet another of these levels where you have to run. Actually start from the very beginning, and this time I'll actually do so. Worried that I won't be able to make it in time because of what I did there with Luigi. I'm curious to see if I can make it in time despite that. Well, I take the hit here. Well, not if I get the coin, but... sorry, but honestly, I'm more curious if it's actually possible to still make it in time. Yeah, no, you can't. But I'll try doing it like this and see if we can make it in time like this, because honestly, I'm kind of worried about doing it without a power-up. Although technically we do have... honestly, let's start from the beginning this time. And actually use the star that we got, as it's honestly perfect for this level. So that we are at least fine for the first part. Well, of course, then I'll actually do this for... Let's see if you can make it still in time. Yeah, unfortunately, by doing that, you then lose the timing for these. Okay, but we got it like that. Okay, that would be the advanced coin plus there. Oh boy, and you barely can't make it in time like that. Okay, we'll actually start again with the star. Ignore that. Too bad that okay, I don't care about that. Yeah, sorry about all the rewinding, but definitely, if we can make it in time despite that, no, we can't, unfortunately. We'll give it, honestly, I think I'll switch to Mario. Because I think Luigi is actually making us, it's difficult. We'll give it a try with Mario, but honestly, since we were practically there, if we can make it, yeah, with Mario, of course, the timing is not weird. Of course, I have then to avoid the obstacles, like to finish it, but if needed, we can make an exception for this level. But yeah, no, we can actually do it, I think. With the rewinding, of course, but again, I don't care. Of course, not like this. Again, the same mistake. Let's actually start here. And yeah, we did it. Sorry about the rewinding, but yeah, definitely don't want to not finish the levels simply because of this one, to do it without the rewinding. But yeah, with Luigi, good luck to those who want to play it and finish the level also with him. But yeah, with that, we'll switch back to Luigi for this final level. Oh boy, the name isn't promising at all. It's called Challenge, Toge Toge Tori de. Well, first and foremost, we have, of course, Challenge from challenge in English. Check its accent. Okay, the accent is on the re, so challenge. Of course, in all the potential meaning, taking on a challenge, attempt, try, challenging, even better, I'd say that it's the fundamental meaning. Then we have toge. We have seen it before. It means thorn, spine. I'd say in the context of Mario games also spikes. It's accented on the last syllable, so toge. Here, doubled, so spikes in plural, and most likely a lot of them. And last but not least, we have toride. We have seen it before, should be unaccented, if I recall correctly, means fortress. Fortress, stronghold, fortification, as it says also in the dictionary, and yes, it's unaccented. So yeah, the name is challenge, fortress of spikes. Oh boy. Let's see if we can make it. Yeah, we have spikes there. You have to jump on the enemies to not fall into the spikes. So actually, Luigi is quite useful. Yeah, of course, it actually started with the big enemies, as they're easier to keep on doing that. Yeah, here I missed because I didn't keep the button pressed. Yeah, sorry, but the show must go on, and in this case, it has to actually finish. And we got only 1 coin, so yeah. We try this. Okay, you had to use the vegetables, otherwise you couldn't unlock those. Okay, we have these. I think that we had to get some, but not too many, to then jump up here. Better if I do it like this. Okay, perfect. Nice. Okay, we have simply to be careful not to actually fall into the pit with all the dry bones, but yeah. Funny enough, we have this enemy from Super Mario Advance, so Super Mario Bros. 2 as in Super Mario USA, so in the international Super Mario Bros. 2. Let's check out this pipe. Okay, actually, maybe there was a... We quickly check. Oh boy, yeah, you have to stay on top of this enemy to... Let's see if I can get back on top of it. Yeah, honestly, we stay on top of it to get an advanced coin. Of course, now I have to time it. Okay, nice. We don't care about the life. So interesting. And of course, then we have more of these. Let's actually do it properly. Oh boy, now we have to also avoid the spinies in the middle. Yeah, no, this one I definitely would take a lot of tries without rewinding, so yeah, no. Sorry, but we're finishing it today by doing this. We actually got all the advanced coins, funny enough. We get the mushroom, thank you. And see what's here. Okay, it's simply boom boom as usual. Okay, jumping, boom boom in this second phase. But yeah, then we had the power up, and so we could defeat him even without rewinding in this case. Course clear. And yeah, with that, we have actually paid, as you can see here, all the e-reader plus levels, of course, only once with by alternating the brothers, except for the one we played today. We got, in some levels, all the advanced coins, so funny enough, we are missing only 40. But more importantly, we got all the e-reader plus coins. I've already showed them. But yeah, with that, I'll actually save. We'll open it again just as usual to see it if it has saved. But yeah, we have 107 coins, the reader plus coins. I'll actually do it also like this time, just to keep it also there and not potentially load a save that ruins it. But yeah, with that, save it once more, just... We've actually finished Super Mario Bros. 3. Technically, we would have Mario Bros, but we won't play it. We'll keep it since it's included in other Super Mario Advance games, and also Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, the Game Boy Advance, the original Game Boy Advance version. We'll simply play it in one of those series because we'll eventually play practically them all. I'm only wondering about Super Mario Advance, considering its potential lack of Japanese writings, but we'll see. But yeah, we'll simply keep it for potential extra time if we finish an episode, the last episode earlier, in the case of one of those games, and so we play it then. So it's simply a potential extra. Of course, if we don't have extra time in any of those series, I'll simply make an extra episode in one of those, regardless, to at least check it out. But yeah, with that, we can I can close the game. And so yeah, we have actually finished all the reader levels. So this is the end of the Super Mario Advance 4 and so Super Mario Bros. 3, the Game Boy Advance version series. Let's learn Japanese with. So next time, which should be on Friday, unless plans change, we'll actually start a new series. I do have an idea, actually, too, and that's why I'm not saying it, also to keep it as a surprise in this case. But yeah, see you next time. Should be on Friday, of course, if not the next usual day for the Let's Learn Japanese series, for a new one. Okay. See you next time.